Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. Thanks for joining me today as we take a throwback look once again at the Visionaries. Today I'm going to be checking out the Sky Claw assault vehicle for the Darkling Lords released by Hasbro in 1987. Part 1 of this video is going to be a throwback look at the packaging because I have the original packaging box for this set. Part 2 is going to be a full in-depth review of the actual vehicle. That's going to be in the members section of the channel. If you're joined up as a member or thinking of joining up, I thank you for your support because it really helps this channel keep on going. Now, I got this set from an online seller a couple of years ago. It looks good being held up like this, but I gotta be honest with you though. This whole thing is in fact being propped up, okay? Because it's actually falling straight apart, right? Look at that. Yeah, it looks like this whole thing's been shattered by dark magics, okay? Yeah, like the box itself was involved in the combat with the Darkling Lords and the Spectral Knights. Yeah, this whole thing, well, the box, yeah, it doesn't look that great, but it came in a set, okay? The vehicle is in great condition though. The box was like completely, yeah, blown apart in bits. But whatever the case may be, it's still a vintage box packaging, okay? It's still something that I treasure. It's still something that's hard to get. Now, you guys know it and I know it too. 80s toy box packages had some of the best ever fantasy artwork ever presented on a toy box package. I mean, where do you find stuff like this anymore? Look at this illustration here of the Sky Claw blasting away in action. Well, except when it comes to the new Masters of the Universe toys. Okay, that's the only toy line currently in the market that has stuff like this featured. But back then in the 87 era, Masters and Visionaries kind of like shared really similar concepts. Both of them were like sci-fi mixed in with elements of the supernatural and fantasy and technology. However, at this point, Masters was already on the way out when the Visionaries came out, and nobody was really interested in fantasy toys anymore, which is a shame. But the Visionaries lives on today with a handful of cult followers all across the globe. Now, it's a real shame that the front of this box is not actually intact. Okay, it's got like sections missing as well, especially this area here under the Visionaries font. There's supposed to be a 3D image here of Merklin, all right? I guess the original owner or kid, probably ripped this thing off and decided to put it on his journal, okay? A journal of like, dark magic spells. And this area here is supposed to be like a window box where you can see the figure of Mordred, all right? The driver for this vehicle, okay? That section is missing as well. But other than that, I mean, the artwork on this box is fairly intact, and I just love staring at this whole package just like this. What do you guys think? Okay, time to give you guys more of the real deal here. As always, when dealing with priceless artifacts from the past, they're not always in good shape, as you can see here, okay? Especially when you unearth them from the sands of time, right? This thing's like all ripped up in sections, badly maimed, okay, I would say. I wonder what the story behind this package actually is, like what happened to it? Did a wild animal, get its hands on it? Did the original owner decide to just do away with the seals and just rip straight into the package with his hands? I mean, I don't know, okay? But everything is still fairly intact. I do hope that there's some way to maybe just seal it all off, one day, get it like restored in a way. The back area here is actually surprisingly more intact than the front, okay? We're going to check this out in detail in a bit. Okay, while fiddling around with the box, this plastic sheet just fell out. I forgot that it was in there. This is in fact the original plastic sheet that's supposed to be on the front of the box, covering the section where the action figure was supposed to be sealed in, effectively making this thing that looks like rubbish, essentially it's in fact also a historical piece from 1987. Okay, this thing needs to be preserved, all right? It needs to be preserved like, like a museum level quality piece, okay, along with everything else in this package. On the back of the box, we get this spectacular photo image of the actual Sky Claw vehicle that you're getting with this set. This thing just looks freaking amazing. They've touched up the photo, obviously, just to make it seem a little bit more dynamic. Added some streaks here on the back to show that, it's like moving, okay? But this is the actual toy. In fact, this thing right here, this photo here is roughly about the actual size of the vehicle itself. Okay, so that's pretty amazing. On the side here, there's a whole bunch of text. Let's get into it. Okay, it says right here, magical dual holographic power images add twice the battle energy to prey upon the enemy. It's amazing how they make the descriptions sound so flowery and full of energy, right? To describe something so simple like holograms. And includes Mordred, fully posable driver with 3-dimensional holographic chest shield. All right, cool, we got him. Kit activated. I guess that means it's easy to activate, right? Battering ram releases a pop-up laser rifle for surprise firepower. All right, this thing's just packed with, artillery. Pop-out side pods reveal hidden laser cannons. Boom. Free rolling wheels. This section here is like ripped off. Free rolling wheels for quick attack. This last bit here, cockpit. I'm assuming it says here, cockpit has room for 2 figures. Man, this thing's just packed with so much going on with it. Okay, right at the bottom here, there's some very important information here. Best practices on how to care and protect your holograms. It says here, hologram may best be viewed in direct sunlight or under incandescent light. Okay, got all that? Image may appear blurry under fluorescent lights. Do not expose hologram to water. Okay, this is not an aquatic toy. Don't send it dunking into the streams, okay, into the pond. Definitely not your bathtub, right? Just keep it on the ground or airborne. Over at the bottom here, we get this very well designed, very well presented file card for the driver, Moderate. This thing's fantastic. A lot of biographical information on the character. I'm going to hold it up here on the screen. You guys can take a photo of it, save it. It says here, clip and save the Visionaries power cards. I don't know if anybody ever used to cut out these things for the boxes. Do you guys used to do that? Because a lot of 80s action figures used to come with file cards. You're supposed to like cut them out for the packages. I never did that. And especially for a package like this one. This box is already ruined to Kingdom Come. Right? You expect me to like cut out parts of it further? No. Okay, I'm just gonna leave everything right here on the box. But it's great that 80s packages used to come with these file cards, and it took a lot of effort actually on the part of the makers of the toy to actually come up with the descriptions and character motivations, their strengths, all of that stuff. Okay, so here she is, the Sky Claw. Like I said, the packaging may have been utterly obliterated, but this vehicle is in mint condition. It looks sensational. We're going to check it out in full in the complete review that's going to be up in the members section. We're going to check out all of its hidden combat modes, its secret holographic powers. Click on the link in the description box to go check out the video. And as always, thank you for your support here on the channel. Okay guys, so that's the video. Let me know what you guys think of the classic Visionaries, especially if you guys own any of the vehicles. Like I mentioned in some of the other videos, the vehicles were like the hardest aspect of the toy line to complete. I'm still looking for some of them to complete the collection. All right, drop me your comments below, and thank you as always for joining me. Take care out there.